experience than you.
So, Katikkiro, first of all, thank you very much, sir, for having us here. It's a real pleasure to be back at the Bulaki after a long time. And for us, beyond just paying tribute to an important institution in this country, we're here to say that we'd like to learn from your experience, first of all, as a leader. But also importantly, we'd like to emphasize the fact that we are aligned strategically in as far as our people and as far as the country is concerned. We'd like to see this country progress, and as a result, what we are encouraging people to do more than anything else is to put money in their pockets. You're very experienced in rallying people around that cause. And the reason why we thought it important to meet with you is to first of all assert the fact that we are strategically aligned to work together, to communicate the important message of development to Ugandans, and also very importantly to learn from your experience, because we know that you have traversed this country, encouraging people. So as a result, thank you for calling us time so that we can learn from that experience. But also it's important that we understand that this country is for all of us, and we are all heading in the same direction as far as prosperity is concerned. We as the government are interested in communicating prosperity to people, encouraging people to take up the opportunities that this peaceful country presents, and to encourage people to, move on. To move on. The political chapter is closed, the political season is shut. We're now focusing on development, and we're encouraging Ugandans to do that. We know that there is a media center here, and the question for us is how do we collaborate? How do we work together to make sure that that message is relayed, not just in Uganda, but also beyond that, to the rest of the country, because of course, Uganda presents or offers examples that the rest of the country can learn from. So again, on behalf of my colleagues, thank you very much, sir, for according us such a warm welcome. And we look forward to a very long, fruitful relationship.
I welcome you back from the UK. Personally, I was very pleased with your service with the EBC Africa service. And I used to follow you a number of times. Probably you wouldn't know. But the country needs the kind of exports that venerate our country. Uganda cannot be known for the big cats, or only for the good weather. These are factual. But we've got the world needs to know us from the human perspective. What kind of people come from Uganda? What are their abilities to the people from Uganda? What are these competencies? What value can Ugandans add wherever they may be? We've got many Ugandans in the UK. Every time I go to the UK, I receive huge numbers of people. The vast majority of the people there may not be rendering technical service where they are. Some do, and you're one of those. And if that technical service being rendered is good, that turns into a good export for the country. We need that a lot. Because it's after other people learn about you as a country that they would want to relate to that country, they want to invest in that country. If people think that Alan Kasujja was doing a good job, that in itself markets the country in many ways more than we believe, more than we imagine. I had someone ask me where Katikkiro is, where she comes from. I saw that one time on social media. They didn't know that she was Ugandan. Because of the CU, some of the people thought she was from South Africa. But she is Ugandan, and people were answering saying she's from Uganda. And I think you were a good export for us, and we're very, very proud. It's good that we are given the responsibility to head the media center, the Uganda Media Center. Communication is the vehicle by which we implement whatever programs we may have. We cannot be in every corner of the country. I cannot be in every corner of the kingdom, however much I traverse it. But then, effective communication, people get to understand the programs, the benefits they can derive from the programs we may initiate. The central government itself has plenty of programs and policies, but very few of those are known by the vast majority of Ugandans. It all comes down to communication. How effectively we communicate so that people can understand the advantages, the opportunities around them. And until people appreciate the opportunities around them, they can never develop. People always think they are, especially in the rural areas, people sit down and wait for assistance. It's a terrible mentality. Yet the opportunities do exist. With the right communication, with effective communication, people will learn about these programs and they take advantage of them and they change their lives. As far as I'm concerned, your biggest task is to see to it that the media center, the national media center, makes every Ugandan feel this country is big enough for all of us. We must learn to have discourse. We must learn to listen to opposing views. They will always exist. We must always know how to handle them when they're expressed. The media center should teach us to respect one another. That's very important because that is how to cement unity within a country. And a united population makes huge strides in terms of social and economic advancement. And I think that's your biggest task. Because you see, we listen, we get to know the communication that comes from government officials. If you advise them, given your technical abilities, to communicate appropriately, to communicate effectively, to ensure that they build national unity, to ensure that they make every Ugandan feel that the country belongs to all of them, that it's big enough for all of us. We are 45 million people. Uganda is about the size of the UK. That's big enough for all of us. I think that is your most profound strategy. But we are ready to work with you. I want you to succeed, I can assure you. And yes, the minister is here, the head of the media center is there. We need to work as a team and build effective communication that benefits all Ugandans. Kwagaliza okuweereza obulungi era olw'okuba oli mukugu manyi tojja zimali minisita w'amawulire okumala emyaka mingi bwakawa era bangi mwagobereranga enayogeranga naye manyi nga gwe oli mukugu era ojja kukozesa tufune amawulire amatuufu, tufune amawulire agawa essuubi, tufune amawulire agayamba abantu okuba mu bulamu obweyagaza. Thank you very much for coming over. Era n'olulala mukolanga bwe muti. You know, from 13 years is enough.
And my eldest child is at university. My son is about to graduate.
Because of the sun.
Okay. The youngest is my daughter's.
Omanyi minisita ono kiyimba gwe twesiga mu buwanvu until you come around.
Ajja kukaba bukabi.
Is the boat balanced properly?
Not balanced.
Abamuddeko emabega.
Jangu mu Kenya.
Namuddo w'enkima.
Nateza wali obufumbe. Smiling mu kamera. Ali mukwate ko ngalo.
Edinda kwatu.